I want to talk about like the Kanye West breakdown thing, is like MK Ultra breaking down, and like how he was waking up and they try to like fucking put his ass back to sleep. You know, because you guys think like celebrities are like, oh, I want to be fucking rich, famous, but like, do you have no idea that when you sign up for that shit, you're more of a slave than normal people? Because normal people can still do shit. They're, you know, the only boss you have is like your boss at work, but like celebrities, like they have an illusion like they're all free and stuff, have all this money, but like literally they can't do shit. That's why they have like star whackers, because when you get out of line, like they'll whack your ass, you know, because like they're providing you so much money and fame and all this shit that you're literally, you gotta do what they tell you to do. And if you step out of line like Kanye West, like how he was like, you know, supporting Donald Trump because his like mind control was breaking down, he was waking up out of his like slave, out of the puppet slave
fear, and nobody's more afraid than people in Hollywood. They're afraid that they'll drop out of the top, you know, they're afraid that they'll drop from the bottom of the pyramid maybe to the middle of the pyramid. But you know, they're the ones, Hollywood is the one that keeps all this power structure and all this culture of racism and sexism and classism and genderism and all of it in place. They continually feed it, and they make a lot of money doing it, and they do it at the behest of their masters who run everything. So, you know, they're not going to get brave enough to do that. I mean, I think that there aren't many of us who are brave enough to do that. And I'm just, you know, I'm lucky that I can do it, and I feel that I do it on behalf of many people in Hollywood too. I go to Hollywood parties, or you know, occasionally I go to Oscar parties and things like that, and people, big stars, people will grab me by the arm and take me aside and say, I just want to thank you for the things you say. And it blows my mind, but that's the culture. It's a culture of fear for sure. You know, and it's a big culture of mind control too. MK Ultra mind control rules in Hollywood. If you don't know, Google that and look into it.
Well, we've talked about Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra mind control stuff from, I mean, this goes back decades and decades. But Roseanne, I mean, do you know people have been blacklisted? I mean, is it just kind of a self-censorship in Hollywood, or do people actually get edged out if they are too much against the grain?
Yeah, it's self-censorship after a while, but it's not just a crazy self-censorship. It's self-censorship because there's actually a danger that you will never work again. And people know it. Everybody has friends that it happened to, that maybe you said too much, or maybe you were too vocal on unpopular issues. And it's funny because it doesn't matter if 2 years later, I find this a lot, that 2 years later those unpopular issues become very mainstream. They still don't forgive the first person who does it. And that's kind of been my story there. When you're first, you're you know, going to be vilified, despite the fact that 2 years later everybody's saying what you said. You're still going to be vilified because you dared. And you know, like they say, the Chinese, you know, the Chinese have a myth or a saying that says the nail that stands up is hammered down, and that's how it is here and everywhere in the world.
Press, get ready to write your passive-aggressive LeBron James racist comments, season 4 racist comments. Get ready to have a field day, press. Get ready. Get ready, because the show's over.
Oh my God!
Kanye West is hospitalized today after a string of several bizarre recent incidents.
Kanye West canceled his concert here in LA tonight, just hours after ranting and then walking off the stage in Sacramento.
It's a new world, Hillary Clinton. It's a new world.
The hip-hop star reportedly was taken to UCLA Medical Center after a series of erratic public outbursts. West is said to be under a psychiatric hold today, which prevents him from leaving the hospital.
Y'all don't want to lose again. A lot of people here tonight felt like they lost. You know why? Because y'all been lied to. Google lied to you. Facebook lied to you.
You know, mental illness.
Perhaps. And you know, we've seen unusual outbursts from Kanye in the past, but this last one, this past weekend, we all really stopped to wonder if everything was okay, because this one was
It was a 17-minute tirade, 17 minutes in a concert. That's like a lifetime to sit there and just rant.
I've been offended since I was like out of the womb. I just don't really like Kanye right now. I just lost all respect for Kanye.
Rescue 41, psychiatric emergency, Laurel Avenue.
The LAPD says officers responded to a call of a disturbance.
I am putting my career, my life, my public well-standing at risk when I talk to y'all like this.
The sudden medical emergency comes after several days of bizarre behavior at his concert.
The situation unfolded just hours after canceling the remaining 22 U.S. dates of his St. Pablo tour. LAPD confirmed they responded to a call at 1:20 p.m., at which point the fire department was called in. It's been reported that West tried to resist paramedics and had to be handcuffed to the stretcher.
It was uncharacteristic of him, but that aside, you know, to cancel a month and a half's worth of tours when a lot of money is on the line, something is pretty wrong here.
But sometimes we be playing the politics too much and forgetting who we are. Just to win. Winning. Looking cool. I've been sitting here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. I've been sitting here to give y'all the truth.
I think he's exhausted. Just really tired.
Rapper Snoop Dogg watching West Sacramento concert Saturday night, where he went on a wild rant and walked off stage.
I smoke weed. Weed don't make you do that. What the f*** is he on?
There's still a lot of questions tonight about the health of rapper Kanye West.
Feelings matter. Because guess what? Everybody in middle America felt the way. And they showed you how they felt. Feelings matter, bro. It's a new world. It's a new world, Barack. It's a new world, Jay-Z. These is the vibes, bro. This is the future. This is the way of thinking to make America great again.
Sacramento Kings player Anthony Tolliver tweeted, "This dude Kanye just stole money from 22,000 fans in 25 minutes. Craziest thing I've ever seen in entertainment. 2 songs, rant, walk out."
To black people, stop focusing on racism. This world is racist, okay? Let's stop being distracted to focus on that as much.
Now, at the same time, we've been tracking for a while Kanye's problems. As far back as, you know, the summer, we were talking to people who knew him well from Chicago, like the rapper Rhymefest, who worked with him on his first album and knew him before he was Kanye West, but just a kid in Chicago. And he talked about how he was losing touch with reality, and they were seeing this erratic behavior. And understand, he was at the house of Harley Pasternak, who has been his longtime trainer. He's a Hollywood trainer to the stars. Other folks like Common have worked with Harley, and Kanye's worked for him for a long time. So for Harley to say there's an issue, you know there's something wrong. And the fact that they had to then put him in handcuffs, that tells you something there too.
Not the people that work at radio, because these is real people that gotta feed their kids, and they not being allowed to play that real, because they think that in order to feed their kids, they gotta play the same over and over. I was raised by DMX, the last real.
I first came to Arizona, man, and I remember one day coming from the studio at 6 o'clock in the morning and pulling over on the highway. We like 4 cars, you know, just to watch the sunrise. And it was at that point that I fell in love with Arizona. I said, you know what, this has to be God's country. know, because I'd never seen anything as beautiful as that sunrise. Then I met the devil in God's country, you know, and it's not so much who, it's what, you know, what happens and the things that the devil does. It's not so much a person, even though he acts through people.